Good morning. I welcome you all in this class. This is Yug, Assistant Professor, Department of English. And today I am going to discuss a very pertinent topic with you. And the topic is growth and development of essay as a literary genre or as an art form. It is for BA English Honours Degree 1. So it will be a kind of introductory class about essays. And I will continue this class. It is just a part 1 introductory class, and in the next class we will go deeper into the topic. So first of all, I would like to discuss the meaning and definition of essay. What is an essay? We all know it. We know it since our childhood, and we often asked by our teachers to write an essay, and it is also asked in competitive exams. So it is very common. So let us know about this and let us try to find out what is essay all about. So essay. The term essay has been derived from a French word called essayer, which means attempt or try, or it can also say effort. And it has also taken from a French word called essai, which also means try. So when we focus on the etymological meaning of the word, then we say that, we can say that, and we see that it is all about making an effort or making an attempt to explain something, to analyze something. So it is a literary composition in prose which deals with particular theme and topic or subject matter, and it is generally speculative, reflective, interpretative and analytical in nature. So the definition would be, it is a literary written composition in prose on a particular theme or subject, written in a particular style, and it is generally analytical, speculative, interpretative and reflective. So now we would go back to the history of the term essay and how it evolved through the ages as a literary genre. For that we have to go back to the Greek and Roman writers. And there are two Greek writers, Theophrastus and Plutarch. And we have two Roman writers, Cicero and Seneca. Their epistles, they wrote epistles. An epistle is called letters. They used to talk about anything through letters. They used to write letters to their friends. And their epistles contain the elements of essays. So, epistles are also considered as essays. And Plutarch's Moralia, it is about morality in the society. It is also considered as an essay because it also contains the elements of essays which we understand in this modern context. So its history is very old, but problem is that it was not adopted as a literary genre at that time. They were not aware of it, that they were writing essays. It was adopted as a literary genre in 16th century, and the credit goes to Montaigne. He is a great French philosopher and writer. He is called the father of essay. He wrote a book called in 1518. And for the first time he used the term essays. And this signifies attempt. So, it is a wonderful attempt by Montaigne to write essays. We have similar word in English called essay, A-S-S-A-Y, which also means attempt. And Montaigne defines essay as an attempt. It is just an attempt by him. And he gave a definition, that is, he says that, quote, I am myself the subject matter of essay, unquote. This is the definition given by him, that he emphasizes on subjectivity of the essay. Self is the subject. He himself is in the center of his essays. So he talks about himself in the essay. So in a way we can say that he gave a birth to the personal essay, subjective essay. And this tradition continued even in England by many writers. Now I will talk about this tradition in England. This form of essay was adopted in England by Francis Bacon. Francis Bacon borrowed this from Montaigne. But Bacon's treatment to this literary genre was something different. It was Bacon who gave it an objective touch. He made essay an objective form. So according to Bacon, essay should be objective, impersonal. There should be no reflection of personality. So he gave a new kind of treatment to this topic. And from then, he continued this literary genre. Bacon defines essay by saying that, to quote, it is a receptacle for detached thoughts and dispersed meditation. Receptacle for detached thoughts and dispersed meditations. This definition hints at two things. The first is that it is objectivity, impersonality. It should be objective, detached thought. The author should be detached from his thoughts. And second, expression is that dispersed meditation, and it refers to that writing an essay is a meditative act. It is an exercise. It is a thoughtful exercise. To write an essay, one has to be very thoughtful. One has to think a lot before one could start writing an essay. So this is the concept given by Bacon, and that's why we see that his essays are very brief, pointed, epigrammatic, and aphoristic in its side. His essays are very short, but his one sentence can be elongated in 10 pages, 20 pages. Next we have Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson defines essay, to quote, a loose celly of the mind. A loose celly of the mind, irregular, indigested piece, not a regular and orderly performance. So, his opinion about essay is not so satisfactory, as if he is not satisfied with this form. In a way, he looks down upon this form, and that's why it is just a casual act. It's not very thoughtful act like Bacon. It is just a loose celly of the mind. It is not an orderly performance. It is always irregular. So he does not have very much positive opinion about this form, that it could be irregular. So this is the difference given by Dr. Johnson in 18th century. I'll discuss two more writers. Only Huxley. Huxley says that, to quote, it is a literary device to talk about almost everything about anything, unquote. This is the definition. A literary device to talk about almost anything, almost about everything. Through this, it is a device through which we can talk about anything. It is a broad spectrum. Anything could come under this. Any topic under the sun can be the subject matter of the essay. So he sees great potential in this form. Then we have A.C. Benson. He wrote a beautiful essay, and that essay is very important. Everyone should go through this essay. It is The Art of an Essayist. The art of an essayist. So, according to him, essay writing is an art. It is a skill. And one has to nurture, one has to develop it through practice. So, in this essay, he talks about different skills, different styles, subject matters, themes of the essay. And he goes back to Montaigne. He is also in favor of Montaigne that self should be the subject matter of the essay. Self should be in the center. It should be about the author's self. So again there is emphasis on subjectivity of the essay. And he also talks about the subject matter. He also emphasized that anything, any topic under the sun could be the subject matter of the essay. So there is no limitations. Nothing is uncommon for the essayist. Everything is relevant for the essayist. For a poet, there could be some restrictions. He cannot come down. But for an essayist, he could write on anything. Because he has to elucidate or analyze any topic. He also said that spontaneity is the essence of an essay. That there should be a spontaneity. There should be a spontaneous flow of thoughts. As Wordsworth says, that poetry is a spontaneous overflow of powerful emotions. So, in essay also we should have there spontaneity. So he focused on that. He also talks about the style. But a style of writing essay also varies from writer to writer. For Bacon, it is very epigrammatic, aphoristic style. For Charles Lamb, it is very personal, subjective style. He writes essays in the form of narratives. So, styles are many. There are many styles one can adopt. It depends upon the essayist. So, these are couple of definitions which I have discussed with you. You can focus on it. Now, I will talk about the types of essay. Types of essay. We have aphoristic essay. We have character essay. Then we have critical essay. We have periodical essay. Critical essay. Then we have narrative essay. Personal essay. Social essay. We also have reviews and lectures as essays. And also, yes, these are the common types of essay which we see in English literature. But there are two broad categories for the types of essay. And the two broad categories are formal essay and informal essay. So I will discuss these two types of essays, and these types of essay I will discuss in the next class. Formal essay. Formal essay is very impersonal, very objective in nature. In this kind of essay, the writer or an essayist writes with an authority. He is an authority. He expresses and elucidates on a particular theme or subject with an authority, that he has something to say, something to tell. So it is very impersonal. Informal essay is very personal. It is also called personal essay or subjective essay. In this essay, the personality of the author or essayist becomes the center and it occupies a central place. It is very subjective in nature. For example, Charles Lamb's essays. It is very personal, very subjective. So these are the two broad categories of essay which we have to keep in mind. And these types of essay I will discuss in the next class in detail and through the ages. So I will chart out its growth and development through the ages from 16th century to 21st century. This is all for today. Thank you for your patient listening. You can give your feedback. Thank you once again.